All right, welcome to week 3 of the Wiff Talk postgame show. We got the same stuff as always, so I'm going to get right into it. So first game of the week, Sandlot Cows. Conlon with his second no-hitter of the year. It was a 1-0 win. It was obviously a pitching battle, only 1 run scored, but Conlon with a second no-hitter, that's in 3 pitching appearances. That's great. Dinos Monarchs for game 2. Another potential game of the year. Feels like we got one of those a week. It went 5 full innings. Zayden versus Mason, absolute pitching battle, one for the ages. Ended up with a 2-1 win for the Dinos, and that one, it was a close one, super tense, awesome game to watch. Game 3, Sandlot Monarchs. Sandlot won 6-2. The only and really biggest thing about this, it was a Jace Bleed game. He got his second home run of the year. He's 2-0 as a pitcher. He's the last undefeated pitcher, so that's pretty crazy to think about. And in the primetime game, Dinos Cows, 3-2 win. Brady with his first win of the season, 1-2, but he barely got it. Up 2-0 going into the bottom of the third again. Starting getting flashbacks to last week. Gave up 2 runs. Luckily held it at that. And then, in the top of the inning, Carson saving a home run, and then Carson walked it off in the bottom of the third to win 3-2. But a very, very close game there. Great slate of games this week. For the MVP race, I'll be honest, I kind of factor in winning into this, a lot of bringing value to the team. The only 2 guys that have stuck out to me are Conlon and Jace, and I think that might be unpopular, but Jack Fields, who I had in there last week, is 2-4. The Dinos, while they're 4-2, haven't had anyone carrying them. It's been more of a team game, so there's not necessarily one MVP. So I would say Conlon and Jace, but there's a lot of games left to play for people to rise, people to fall. But yeah, for power rankings, it's a lot different from last week, and I kind of talked about it. This is the most competitive the league has been. I think there's an argument for any team to be 1 through 4 for a lot of people, but there are 2 teams that are sitting on top of the standing, 2 teams that are 3 and 4, and I got to respect that. So at 1, I've got the Sandlot. Last week, my biggest concern was their consistency. Jason Conlon will be there for most of the year, and Hudson's really proving himself to be a valuable third piece, what that team needs. Really good fielder, solid hitter, gets on base. If that consistency keeps up, that was my only concern. Number 2, I got the Dinos. They're also looking great. Like I said, they're really a team. I think they're a better full-rounded team than the Sandlot, but they don't quite have the star power, kind of the aura around them like Conlon does, and that's really what broke it there. But those 2 teams, it's kind of 1A, 1B, and then kind of a 2A, 2B. At 3, I've got the Monarchs just because they were in a lot of really close games, and at 4, I've got the Cows. But like I said, everyone's really competitive this year. Everyone's playing well. At any point it could flip, but being down 2 full games after 3 weeks, the Monarchs and the Cows have got a really an uphill climb to try and jump into one of those top 2 seeds, while the Sandlot and the Dinos, they really just are trying not to blow it. So yeah, as for league updates, Jace bursting on the MVP scene was something that no one was really talking about till he hit another home run, but I feel like should have been talked about more. He had a great week 1 and then just wasn't able to be there last week, and so he was kind of on pace, but it wasn't one anyone saw till he hit another home run without the cameras on. But as we move on, he's the last undefeated pitcher. We'll see if he can keep that up. But as for now, I'll bring on the players of the week, Jace and Carson.
Woo! No money.
All right, so Jace, I'll start with you. Like I said, you're the only undefeated pitcher. You have 2 home runs. How does it feel to start the season out so hot?
To be completely honest, I think the only reason I'm 2-0 is because I throw so slow and have movement, so nobody knows how to hit it.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of been going good for me. So.
Yeah, you're definitely, I think, the most unique pitcher in the league, and I think it works really well for you. The pitches people are seeing from you, they're not getting to see from anyone else, and they just can't adjust in that 3-inning game.
Yeah.
Carson, as for you, so through 3 weeks, you as a player and as a team have had a lot of ups and downs. How do you plan to get a little more consistency for you as a player, but also for your team, just kind of play together and to keep racking up those wins?
Well, for myself, week 1 was kind of rough. It was kind of like last year still. I was not playing as well. Week 2, I started seeing the ball a lot better, and I felt like I got a lot of progress. That's why this week I feel like I did so well. So I think for myself, I'm progressing upward. And like you said, my team is a lot with the team game. Kai had a really great week last week. Brady had a pretty good week 1 hitting-wise. I think our team is just really well-rounded, and whoever can make the plays will, and we'll continue to win games off of that.
Yeah. All right, so the next question is one I got for both you. Jace, I'll start with you. How do you feel about being a part of one of the 2 4-2 teams that have a big gap going about halfway through the season?
It feels good. It sucked that I couldn't be there last week to lead my team, and they went 0-2. and then come back to go 2-0 again, week 1 and week 3, both weeks I'm there. It feels great, so I just want to keep going forward. Maybe go 2-0 again next week and just keep rolling.
How about you, Carson?
Say the question again.
How do you feel about being a part of one of the 2 4-2 teams that have a big lead about halfway through the season?
I feel great. I don't know the last time I had a really good start to a year. It probably was 2019 because I had a really good team with Foster and Drew and a bunch of people. But this year feels a little different. We have 4 teams in the league now. It's a big jump, but we got to keep the pedal down. We got to keep moving through it because if we lack, then we're going to end up right back at the bottom. So
yeah, and the final question I got for you guys. So this is the 3rd Wiff Talk postgame show this year. We found on 2 other Player of the Weeks. They both said they were going to keep it up, and they both had a lackluster week following when they came on as Player of the Week. So how do you plan on building on this and continuing to be a high-level player?
Like I said earlier, I really think that I've been finding my game back as the weeks go on. So I think I'm just progressively going to keep getting better as it goes on or staying the same because I'm just seeing the ball a lot better every single day. Every single time I go out there, I'm just seeing it a lot better. And I don't really have a role in pitching, so I can't really blow it there. So yeah. I think you're going to be having a date with me and Jace every single week.
Nice. And how about you, Jace? How are you going to continue on? Because you're on kind of a monster streak. I think you're the hottest player in the league right now. How do you continue on? Want to continue that streak?
I'm not going to lie. I think I'm probably bound to lose my next pitching game. This is 2 more wins I thought I'd get at pitching. So I think we'll see you there. And then hitting, I've been seeing the ball pretty well. And kind of like what Colin said in his interview, that college athletes stuff, the ball moves so much in tennis for me. So obviously the ball moves here, but if it's a fastball, that thing's gone.
Yeah. So that's the end of this week. Maybe next week my power rankings will flip 1 through 4 again, but we'll see you then.